Right, what is up guys? JJ Richards here. Welcome back to another YouTube video. And you'll probably guess by the title that today we're going to be doing another UK gym tour. A brand new gym, never ever been there before. Now I know I don't normally start my gym tour videos at home. However, I thought it would be rude not to use the beautiful Christmassy backdrop that we've got going on right here. So I'm just literally going to eat a pre-workout meal. So 70 grams cream of rice, big dollop of peanut butter. I'm not going to lie, I'm a bit tired today. So first caffeinated beverage is going down. So I'm going to eat this. Then we're going to head over to the gym where we will be training at today. I think it's about an hour's drive, so it gives me plenty of time to get the food digested. So we're doing some legs today. I think they've got some pretty... To be fair, I don't really know too much about this gym, I'm not going to lie. I've not really researched it that much. I just saw some pictures, seen a few people training in there, thought that looks cool. So why not do a gym tour review? So make sure you sit back, enjoy the video. Don't forget, give it a big thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, why the bloody hell not? Subscribe right now. I'll appreciate it. Call it an early Christmas present from you to me. Thank you very much. Right. Food time, travel time, and then I need to get my head into the zone to train some legs. Right, so we've just arrived. As you can see behind me, this gym is called Witney Weights and Fitness. Had to make sure I've got that right. So it's actually about an hour and 15-minute drive from where we are. I must say, it's in quite a strange location. It's literally next door to a brewery, which is very yin and yang, but I've seen a few pictures on Instagram. This gym does look pretty cool. I don't really know what type of kit they've got in there. All I know is that it's red. So we're gonna go in there, we're gonna train some legs today. So hopefully they've got some cool pieces of leg equipment. But I'm super excited, I love coming to new gyms. Never been to this one, like I've said. So let's go in there and see what it's all about. So welcome to the workout phase of this gym review. So my training has slightly changed, especially over the last kind of like few months, because gone are the days of progressive overload where I go into the gym, do lots of kind of field sets and then just try and hit one all-out maximum heavy set. Unfortunately, in my opinion, progressive overload has got a little bit of a shelf life on it, because if you do it for long periods of time, you can tend to get a little bit injury prone when you're constantly trying to increase the load every single workout. So what I've been doing recently is a little bit more volume training, and it has actually been working really well, because the DOMs the next day, you can definitely feel it because my body just isn't used to this amount of volume. So the first movement we did today was a lying hamstring curl. This was probably the 6th set that we actually did, and as you can see, I did a triple drop set. So the volumes increase, and I'm always trying to make sure that on most of my sets I'm adding in some form of set intensifier, whether that's a drop set, partial set, superset, whatever it is, just to make that workout more challenging, put the muscle under a little bit more stimulus, and just try and get the maximum amount of effort that I can put in during those sets. So next movement we did was the Life Fitness seated leg curl. I don't tend to like seated leg curls. I find that sometimes it puts me in an awkward position. I get more of a pump in my lower back, strangely enough. However, I don't think you can go wrong with Life Fitness kit. In my opinion, Life Fitness over Techno Gym any day of the week. So this movement was actually really nice, really smooth, really helps load the hamstrings, especially after the lying hamstring curl. And as you can see here, like I mentioned, once we hit failure, what we're trying to do is just rep out as many partial reps as possible, just to focus on that shortening range of the movement, just to make sure we're hitting every single fibre before we finish that exercise. So the next one, this is probably the staple of every single one of my leg workouts, is a leg extension. I will never ever ever do a compound movement before I've done leg extensions. For me, this is just a fundamental movement that I have to do in order to get lots of blood in the quads, get the knees nice and warm, so I'm primed, ready for some heavy compound movement. So this here was set number 7. I don't really give myself an amount of sets to complete. I go by feel. So if I do a warm-up set and my body still doesn't feel like it's fully functioning properly, my knees don't feel like they're warm, my quads still don't feel like they're firing properly, I'll do another set. And I'll keep on going up the weight until I feel like I'm ready to go. And then what we'll do, as you can see here, is I did another triple drop set. So each one is just a failure. So we start nice and heavy, as many as we can. Once we hit absolute failure, drop it down again. And again, drop sets are a really good set intensifier, just to be able to push you beyond that level of failure. Because if, for example, I did one below the stack and I hit failure, then I stopped, that's okay. But by enabling me to continue to work, I'm enabling the fibers to be stimulated more, which in my opinion is going to cause more muscle growth. So before every single compound these days, I have to wrap up, strap up, you name it. I'm literally like a walking mummy these days when I train. So as you can see, quick pointer, when you are using knee wraps, always use them with a bent knee, and always make sure that you're pulling away from the center, if that makes sense. So you're going from the inside to the out and pulling that knee outwards rather than towards a big toe. So this was like one of the 2 compound movements that we did. So this here was the seated hammer strength leg press. Now I really like this leg press. I've used it a few times before. It's one of my favorites. The only problem is sometimes with this leg press, as you can see, there's not a lot of space to load plates. However, this gym have got the really thin plates, which are great when it comes to machines like this because you can stack a lot of weight on it. However, user friendly, they're not great because they are very thin, they are quite slippery, so it does make it a little bit difficult to load and unload the machine. That's my only critique on those plates. However, for the machines that they're used for, it's very beneficial. As you can see on this machine here, there is plenty of room on the bar to load a lot of weights. So what we did for the second compound exercise, this was like the Nautilus hack squat. I quite like the angle of the foot plate. It kind of takes a lot of pressure off my knees because it's not too high up. And I try and put my feet down as low as possible so I'm engaging more quad rather than hamstring and glute. So on this one, if you put your feet a little bit too far up the plate, it hits a lot more ham and glute. And as you can see, I'm not going crazy on the load. So unfortunately at the moment, with this cold weather, my poor knees just can't take it. So what we did was a paused hack squat. And as you can see, I actually paused at the bottom for 2 seconds and then I pushed back up. And again, bodybuilding sometimes is about trying to make a lightweight feel as heavy as possible. I'm not trying to do powerlifting anymore, and you know, that hurts inside, so I love lifting heavy, as you know. But for the time being, I've got to train sensible. I want to be in this game for a long time, so I've got to adapt the way my body responds. And as you can see, we hit failure on that one, and 3 plates on that when you're doing that pause literally feels like a 6-7 plate hack squat. If you don't believe me, give it a go. And as you can see, I made that look pretty difficult. Off season, and cardio fitness is not my strong point, and especially this next exercise when I'm doing walking lunges, this is the equivalent of me running a marathon. So we just did 2 sets to finish off of walking lunges. They've got quite a nice room in the centre of this gym to be able to perform walking lunges, and I think I managed to get like 17-18 reps one way, the same on the way back, so it's a good 30-35 reps if my maths is correct. Probably a little bit more than that actually. Who cares? Everyone knows bodybuilders struggle to count beyond 10. Anything more than 10 is cardio, right? So here we are, the final set of the day, all the way down to the end and all the way back. I really like this movement just to really finish off the quads, hits the glutes, hits a little bit of hamstrings. It's a really good finisher, and also, as you can see by the facial expressions, this was quite a challenging set. Right then, so I have no idea whether this hat is a bit too much or not, but I don't really care. I'm a big fan of Christmas. So let me give you my review verdict on Witney Weights and Fitness in Whitney, Oxford. So, firstly, location. It's not too difficult in regards to access. It's in quite a strange location where you probably would never expect to see a gym. But sometimes those ones are the best ones. It's like Ultraflex in Leeds as well. It's in like a real like hidden place. Like you're like, where am I going? Then when you get there, like, this is cool. Parking, we got parked, no problem whatsoever. Again, I don't know what it'd be like when it's like 5-6 o'clock in the night when it's busy, but who cares? Because I got parked and that was absolutely fine. So as you got in there, reception desk, they've got like a range of supplements in there. They've got all the Trained by JP products, so they sell some good products in there. I actually had a pre-workout, which was the Stim, because as I mentioned, I was very, very tired. Customer service at the front desk was spot on. Very, very welcoming. They give us all the information we needed and very helpful. So, thumbs up for customer service, because sometimes, I won't lie, in these kind of like independent gyms, normally the people on the front desk don't really care too much about customer service, but they had it spot on. So price when we got in, I don't actually know how much it was for a guest fee. However, for 2 of us to get into the gym and a pre-workout, it was 16 quid. Normally, like a pre-workout is going to cost what, £2, £2.50? So it's probably around 7 quid for a guest pass, which is a little bit on the high end, with £5 pretty much being the average. But I don't really mind too much about paying 7 quid to get into a gym when they've got decent equipment like they have. So when you actually go into the gym, equipment is the thing that I look for more than anything. Lucy's more about the aesthetics of the place, the lighting, whereas for me, I'm more about the equipment. And the equipment was absolutely perfect. They've got like a deadly combination. They've got Hammer Strength, Watson, and they've also got Life Fitness, which to me, those 3 combined is a good combination. I like Life Fitness kit way more than Techno Gym when it comes to like the pin loaded kit. It's like the leg extension, the hamstring curl that we used, perfect. Hammer Strength is just the OG of plate loaded equipment. Okay, it's been around for a long, long time. There's a reason for that. It's because it's very, very durable, very, very good angles, and always solid bits of kit. I don't ever remember ever going into a gym and seeing a piece of Hammer Strength kit that's out of order or broken. Don't get me wrong, it happens, but not something that I see very often. They've also got quite a few other little bits in there as well. I tried to get on the intro clip, so they've got a few bits of Nautilus. They've got some of the Gymshop UK kit in there. I saw they've got like a Cutler side raise. So they've also got quite a few little bits of kit as well. They've also got like an old school Strive pull down as well. So they've got like a few little niche bits in there as well. So you can tell that the kit is being hand selected and they've done an absolutely fantastic job. So for me, equipment, couldn't really fault it. everything you need in there for a great workout. They've also got the Watson benches and the Watson dumbbells, which in my opinion are the best benches and the best dumbbells you can get. So equipment wise, I can't fault it in the slightest. Top marks for that. In regards to just looking for things outside of the box and things that are a little bit more quirky, I couldn't really find anything. So the only things that did stand out to me that I really liked was the back wall where they've got all the accessories on the wall. That was really cool. I like the fact that they've laid that out. For my OCD, it was great. I don't really like it when you just got the crappy buckets on the floor and all the kind of accessories are thrown into the buckets. So for me, I thought that was really good. But other than that, there wasn't really anything else that stood out to be quirky that I've not really seen anywhere else. The aesthetics was really good. I like the fact that I'd probably say that 90% of the equipment was all like red, it all matched. There was only a few bits of like the Nautilus stuff and the Strive stuff where they haven't kind of resprayed it. And I personally don't have an issue with that. Sometimes I quite like the authenticity of an original piece of equipment rather than trying to sandblast it and spray it and make it look new. So I've not really got an issue with that because when you kind of look at it and you see from the videos that I did, it does look extremely aesthetically pleasing. So a big thumbs up for that. It does look really good. It's not like the biggest space in the world, but I think what they've done with the space, you can't really fault them. I think they have done an absolutely exceptional job because every bit of space is utilised really well. The equipment isn't so close to each other like in some gyms that I've been to that if someone's loading plates on one bit of kit, you can't really load plates onto the bit of kit that you're using if you're next to it. So you don't get any of that. It is spaced out and all of the kind of space is used absolutely perfectly. So thumbs up to that. So to be fair, a very, very good gym. One of the best ones I've been to in quite some time. It is about an hour and 15 minutes away from me, so it doesn't jump out to me like, you know, a gym that I would probably go to again, if I'm honest. If I was around that area, then absolutely that would be my go-to gym, but it wouldn't kind of entice me to kind of travel an hour and 15 minutes there. I don't really like to give my opinion in regards to the atmosphere because of the time of day I train there, because I did train there, you know, like midday, so it was quite quiet, so the atmosphere was a bit flat. The music was okay. The lighting was quite bright in there. They've got like these like natural like roof tiles that lets the natural light in, if that's the right word to use. So I would have personally not had the long strip lights in there. I would have kind of turned them down, or if they've got a dimmer them down and then use the natural light as a lighting. It made it a little bit better for the lighting. But atmosphere, it was what you'd expect at that kind of day. It's not often that you'll go to a gym around the time that I did and it's going to be absolutely heaving. But I imagine if you went there in peak time, it would be a pretty good atmosphere. But again, I've not been, so I'm just guessing on that. So all in all, extremely good gym. Really enjoyed it. I would definitely recommend checking it out. If you're in or around the Oxford area, or like me, if you're like an hour away, it's definitely worth a trip to go and check it out. So thank you very much guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed another gym tour video. And again, drop down the comments below if there's any other gyms you want me to try out. I am going to, I say this all the time, I'm going to go to Wales and try a few of the Welsh gyms out. But the one that I'm trying to get into, for whatever reason, they're not allowing day pass users to go in there yet. But I do know someone that's a member there, so hopefully they're going to pull some strings and get me in there. And also eventually, like I've been so busy with work at the minute, I am going to go and spend a couple of days in London and do all the King's Gym, the Orpington Gym and Rips Gym and all those kind of areas around London. But if there's any more that I don't know of, drop it down below. As always, make sure you subscribe. Thanks for watching. Peace, adios, Merry Christmas.